Attention, people of Stanton.
'07 citizens, I'm Ottman, and he's Chocolate, and we are the Honest Citizens.
Welcome.
Tonight we're going to give you our 5 favorite ships in the verse and our 3 favorite concepts that we will be seeing soon. TM. Chocolate, you want to kick us off with the your number 5 on your list?
Number 5 on my list would be the Sabre. I love the additional shields that you have on there, and anybody who is new to dogfighting and they don't want to be on a light fighter and be able to take a bit more of a hit, basically until they get their space legs about them, I definitely would recommend getting it. It has 4 size 3 that can be fixed, or you can go gimbaled. I don't go gimbaled. I don't know why anybody would go gimbaled if they're flying with sticks, but if you don't have sticks, then hey, gimbal your heart out. That is pretty much it right there. It still has some sweet maneuverability. If you get on the forums, you're going to hear people pissing and moaning about that. I don't have an issue with it, so your mileage may vary, but it's pretty nasty. I like to throw on the Palisades with 2 FR66s and JS 300 and a Brenton. Coolers would be Glacier and Polar, and my Quantum Drive would be the Voyage, and with that I can go all over the verse. Granted, you can go make a pot of tea and it'd probably be done before you go from, Microtech to freaking Porto, but that's the price you pay when you flying around in something that small.
That's right. It's a beautiful looking ship too. I went a little different route. My number 5 on my ship is the Eclipse. Solely on a younger childhood passion of fighter jet. The Eclipse is the F-117 and the B-2 bomber put together in a nice little package. It's a pure stealth bomber, and it got to see quite a bit of glory in the Xenothreat missions. The 3 size 9 torpedoes it can throw out just deal a ton of hurt, and if you want to do your hammerhead bounties solo, that's the ship for you. You get in well before well before the range and get out before they even see what was coming. I don't personally own the ship. You do though, so loadout wise I would stick with a pure stealth loadout as best you can, and then which I believe you upgrade the size 9s if I'm not mistaken. That's my ship. My number 4 on the list, it's a fan favorite in the jack of all trades, master of none, smaller medium ship, is the Cutlass Black. By far one of the best jack of all trades there is. Easy enough for anybody to solo. You can do a plethora of things. I mean, it's got the capability of having 4 size 3 hardpoints and a turret. It's got a cargo ramp, lets you drive in up to 3 rocks if you're really talented at maneuvering in tight spaces. But just overall, it's a blast to fly, and I use it exclusively for hauling my rock around on planet side. Do a lot of my mining with that.
Awesome.
What about you?
Awesome. My number 4, sticking with the fighters, and that would be because seeing this thing in action in the Xeno threat, seeing how tanky it is, and many fights with it in the verse doing NPCs with the bounties, or heck, for that matter, PvP, would be the Vanguard Sentinel. Absolutely loved, again, sticking with the fixed tradition with my weaponry. That size 5, I have the M7A, and that thing snaps. You can get somebody from about 7.5k away, along with the 4 size 2s on the nose, and I like to mix that up with I actually only have 2 distortions up there and the rest of them for that extra little firepower. And the thing is nasty. It's a tank. I have yet to actually have anybody actually get in the gunner and fly around and do damage that way. But in case I ever do, I'm rocking the Sawbucks up there. And I can only imagine if I can take something down so quick in that thing, and we haven't even talked about the best daggone thing that it can do is the EMP. And it works like an EMP. You know, you get hit with that so many times, it eventually starts permanently frying their system. So you can actually shut somebody's ship completely off, and then they're just there taking it. Like the fresh meat in prison. That brings us to number 3. And you guessed it. Guess what he's going with? Another freaking fighter. But we're going to mix things up. Since we were talking about not having somebody in the Sentinel on the last one. On this one, this is all about if you have the Robin to your Batman or Nightwing, whoever you like going in there with Batman, doesn't freaking matter. You need the damn 1-2 punch. Like Jordan and Pippen. You got to get this ship if you do have that. And it is absolutely the Hurricane. It is like a Talon with fixed size force and a Cuddy Black with its size 3s, 4 of them for the top turret, and the Talon has the 2 4s. You got the 2 4s on the nose. They had a baby, and when that baby was born, thus the Hurricane was created. It is sexy. It is sleek. It is one of the fastest ships in the galaxy right now. But the caution to that is it is a absolute freaking glass cannon. So you want to have a capable pilot in there, and you want to have somebody that's going to land those shots in the torrent. You get that half decent, you're going to have a good time, because we got out, and with 2 of them, we were doing the hammerhead missions, and the hammerheads were dropping in less than 8 seconds. It was just god tier. How about you, big fella?
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun with that one. My number 3 is the Valkyrie, actually. Ship I hope to own soon. Working my way up in game to grab that one. Not a surprise here. I'm a big multi-crew ship fan. Multi-role a little bit. The drop ship, not one to be messed with. It has a plethora of size 2 mantises just all over it, and it can lay down some serious firepower on planet side. Seen a lot of fun videos, some of the other streamers and YouTubers using the Valkyrie exclusively to bring the soldiers down planet side. So looking like it could be a fun ship to have. Currently I think the hard bounties have the Valkyrie as the main ship you got to shoot down, and they can be a real pain in the ass at times. So just thoroughly enjoy the aesthetics of that ship. Getting a bunch of people in on the turrets and the side gunners, it's awesome just to see that thing lighten things up. So there's my number 3, which brings us then to number 2. Big surprise here. It's another multi-crew, multi-role ship, and that would be the Anvil Carrack. It took me a while to fall in love with this ship, but I finally did, and I got to test drive it on one of the free fly weeks, and I thought that ship was just awesome. I had to have it. The snub craft that comes with it, the Pisces, is a fun little, ship you can go wherever you want with, and then having the Ursa in the garage, or a plethora of rocks, if you will. We've taken that thing down to Ares or some of the other moons, and loaded 6 rocks in there, and we had a lot of fun doing a lot of ground mining and things like that. We've been using that as our main base of operations. You've got your medical bay, and it's great. You can respawn. You've got plenty of turrets. Just overall, it's a cool looking ship. What about you?
My number 2.
Okay, ready?
Dos would be the Talon. Fixed 4s, and we're gonna add a little plot twist in there. We had somebody in the server, Krusty Nugget, build a nugget, all pun intended, on being able to change out your loadout. And with that, I gave up my missiles, and now I put pods from the Mustang Delta, I want to say. So I have the 2 fixed 4s, and those pods are the equivalent of a size 3. So they hit at 251 DPS per shot. That's nasty. So that thing was already powerful enough as it is, and to be able to sacrifice my missiles to do that, that is a flying ticket to Pound Town. It's one of the hardest ships in the game to hit once you master moving your pip. The only other ship that is harder to hit than that would be the Arrow, which is not on my list. And with the Sukaran shields, if I'm not mistaken, really makes it where if you're encountering somebody with ballistics, they're not that pain of a butt into you. Now, if they have lasers in there on you, you need to handle that situation to your best ability to have a good wingman or just flat out freaking run. But if that's not the case, you should be able to take them. Your fight to lose, pretty much. And let's just be honest, the freaking paint job is absolutely, hands down, best damn thing in the game right now, outside of the Cuddy Black with the best in show from this previous year. That white, gold, and black is the best thing that they've done for a paint job for any ship that's on, because that's just automatically visual Viagra. It's just, but yeah, Talon be number 2 for me. How about you?
Yeah, the translucent paint job on that Talon is probably one of the coolest things we've seen as far as a paint job goes in the game thus far. And the additional paint schemes that they sold were just as, if not better. That brings me to my number 1. If you can't see behind me, I'm sure it was a dead giveaway, but it's the RSI Constellation. Specifically the Andromeda. Was my first ship I bought, my package, and this ship has gone a long way from completely unusable to some serious firepower at my fingertips. Absolutely love having the long-range sniper build loadout that I have, consisting of the 2 M7As up top and the 2 C788s on the bottom. Just for fun, I equipped both turrets with, I believe, the Mantis GT220s, just to let my crew feel like they're doing something, because there's nothing that beats the sound of a ballistic gun going off. I do use the FR-76 and a Palisade for my shields, and I round it out with the JS-400. And to get all over the verse, can't go wrong with the XL1. So I love it. I can do most bounties well outside of their range, and I'm already gone on to the next one before their friends spawn in, or I can hit all 3 of them without any worries. I have actually played around with the loadout, and I used some of the ballistic energy guns, and I've taken out hammerheads solo in about 8 or 9 shots. So getting in real close and tearing it up. So really excited for 313 with the introduction of the Merlin docking and the new shield system. So definitely hoping to see a more rounded out constellation, and hopefully then with the Taurus we'll see even more additions. I know they upgraded some of the lighting and things like that, so looking forward to a long road here with one of my favorite ships of all time. So what's on your list for the number 1 slot there, Chocolate?
Number 1 with a bullet. This shocked the heck out of me. It was a birthday gift to myself. The funny thing is, I just didn't give this ship the time of day the entire time that I've been in the dogfighting, and that would be the Gladius, specifically the pirate Gladius. Because when I'm out there, what are you after when you're doing your bounties? You're after that booty, and that is why I went with the pirate. I rock that thing with the fixed Mantis GT220s, 3 of those. Basically what I did after getting the 3 fixed Mantis GT220s was I cannibalized a total of 3 Mustang Deltas for the pods, drop all my missiles, put the pods on, and this is the only ship that I know of, if you exclude the missiles off pure DPS and shots, it's going to do over 5K. and the actual number I want to say is 5060. And I'll gladly put the math and all that crap down there for you so you can check this out for yourself. Or you could do the sweet sexy thing and go to Urkel, which you at this point in the video have seen it pop up several times. So do math, and I'll see you in the verse and clap your cheeks. Other than that, that is basically it for me. I'm not going to tell you the rest of my doggone loadout in case you try to take me out. So just know I gave you more than enough with 7 freaking size 3s on it. That's right, 7. 7! You don't want them problems. How about you, Deeds?
That's it for me. For as far as my concept ships go, the 3 I'm most looking forward to are the Apollo. I'm really interested to see this medical gameplay play out, and to have a ship specifically dedicated to the medical game loop is interesting. You have really got me eager to see these the Ares, both the Inferno and the Ion. More specifically, the Inferno. That Gatling gun just sounds insane. So really looking forward to seeing that come up pretty soon here. Hopefully the middle of the year. And then the ship that I just cannot wait for, that was a big surprise for me and a gift from a very very good friend of mine, is the RSI Perseus. I cannot fathom a ship of that size and those guns with a smaller crew like we run already. So really, really excited for that. What about you, good sir?
1 and 2 out of that, we've already tag teamed on. Going to be coming out of the Crusader camp with the Ion in the Inferno. Yes, because Inferno basically that size 7, brrr, as everybody on Reddit and in the internet or the verse would say. If that's not their version of the A10 Woodhog, then what is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know it's going to do nasty damage. I can't wait to get in the Ion and just snipe. And if that thing does less than sniping of 8K, I'm going to melt that thing faster than room temperature butter. The third one, I actually was drawing a blank on it. We were talking about it before, and I can't remember the name for the life of me to say it. Oh. And the third one will be the Endeavor. I just absolutely like the aspect of me flying around with the biodomes. You can go medic. You can put the freaking sonar satellite up there for deep scanning. Just the possibilities with it are absolutely endless and up to your imagination. And I just can't wait to get in there and just see what the community comes up with, because that is what this game is all about. How we get things, what we do with them, whether it's for the good or the bad. I can't wait to see what they do. Guess we can wrap it on up then.
Yeah. So if you have a favorite ship, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please do.
We will see you in the verse.
That's it. Take it easy.